Anyway, this is by Carl Caput, and you guys linked me this. It's called "Want to Have Fun in Star Citizen?" Question mark. Never join this organization. Oh no. A public service announcement. Oh no. I'm gonna get some people mad now because of. Oh, he has 20,000 views. Okay, never mind. Most people already saw this, so yeah.
All right.
4K, please. Thank you.
All right. Now, this is a video I'd rather not make. However, due to my experience being so poor with this org, I need to say a few things with the intention of this being a public service announcement. I know I'm opening myself up to some flack, but I'm making this anyway for the reason I'll go over later.
Right.
I've been a part of player groups since I was 13 in multiple games. The experience I had with the Medrunners was something I don't wish on anyone, and in my opinion, people need to be made aware of what
As the Medrunners. I thought it was another group. Okay.
they're like so they can make an informed decision. You're free to make your own decisions. I can only provide my experience and opinions because I wouldn't even recommend this org to my enemies.
Okay.
The Medrunners are a group of people who want to do medical gameplay within Star Citizen. The idea of doing such gameplay with how they advertise themselves is a striking one to many people. Dropping into an alert with the possibility of being shot at and rescuing someone and fighting their way out is an attractive one.
Yeah.
When I first heard about them from the Space Tomato interview, I fell in love with the concept and immediately signed up. This, however, was my first mistake as they were falsely advertising their org, and as soon as people took part in alerts, they'd find out that they spend hours upon hours of waiting around to then hurry to an alert to then be told to...
Hey, bro, you gotta slow down when you're like flying that low to the ground, honestly.
To then hurry to an alert to then be told to RTB because they've run from every fight or not turn up at all. Not long after joining, I found myself getting frustrated by the higher-ups' attitude. Whenever someone would make a suggestion, which were well thought out, given examples, and for the most part was surgical in their arguments, it was treated by disdain and contempt. I'm not saying it's bad to challenge ideas and suggestions, but people would be overwhelmed by multiple people with an attitude akin to an old boys club. Their challenges were always based on hypothetical scenarios while they were telling people to gather data so decisions could be made. Now, this isn't always a bad thing, but the data collection methods are so flawed that they give inaccurate results and therefore should only be used as...
Also, I'm just looking at his flying. Honestly, I'm not even listening that much. But rudders don't really work on a Gladius when you're in an atmosphere, so don't use rudders that much. Am I hearing this properly? Is there no democracy in the org that is led by some people? I mean, that's fine.
So flawed that they give inaccurate results and therefore should only be used as a guide and not held as gospel. Not only that, but their reasoning for doing this seems to be based on what pirate orgs will or won't do, even though many of the people giving suggestions are experienced at PvP and running player orgs themselves, on both sides of the legal system within Star Citizen. My next gripe are their policies regarding in and out game conduct. Members would receive DMs telling them not to do this or that. This would even reach to what people could say in-game when not partaking in org activities. Now for me, this is unacceptable. Medrunners do not pay their members, nor do they have the right to tell people how to act to that degree. This is a game, not real-world employment. This isn't the half of it.
All right,
Members are encouraged to make complaints.
I gotta say something as a previous leader of two orgs that I left the first org because of some bullshit with the other guy that I made it with. In the end, didn't like him that much. We were friends, but in the end, we really weren't, and I thought we were. The other org, it's like basically the same story, although I made it with like 8 friends, and 2 of them were just fucking weirdos, honestly. But with that experience, I can tell you that people take this game too fucking seriously. And you can see that with like the declaration of war to other wars. Like, what fucking war? Your main war is against the fucking elevators right now. Against the 30k, the 40k, like, what are you talking about? Why are you taking this whole thing so seriously? I don't get it. But yeah, other than that, like having like a small org, and I talked about this yesterday, I think, with Scarred. Having a small org with like 10 friends and not recruiting it anymore That's a good org, honestly. Having more like the Test Squadron from Montoya or Med Runners or whatever, a bigger org, this shit is gonna happen. Like somebody's gonna be unhappy and they're gonna like bash on you like they bashed on me. Like I stopped playing because I didn't want to play 317 at all. And then I had a guy on my YouTube channel comment that I made a video on like things that the orgs need for the org play to be better. And he commented like, "Why are you making this video when you're not even playing with your org?" Dude, I'm not playing because I don't want to play. Maybe I had something else to do. But no, at the time I didn't want to play because it was shit. Like 317 was shit. The whole patch cycle that lasted almost a year was trash. Compared to 318, I guess it's better. But yeah, hashtag bring back 317. But yeah, so I responded with like, okay, who are you? Why don't you send me a DM? Why don't you ask me why am I not online? Even though most of the org knows why I'm not online, why I'm not playing Star Citizen. And then he like continued, or she, I don't know, continued bashing on me. And I was like, yeah, sure. When I see you in the org, I'm going to ban you just because you're a fucking prick. Commenting on a YouTube video, not even watching the video, and like understanding that all the things that I said in the video are good for org play and needed for a better org play experience. Instead of that, you fucking bash on me because I'm not playing, because I'm fucking tired of bugs and I'm tired of the same patch for a whole year. Sure, you're getting banned. In the end, that whole org like died. But yeah, like
to every little thing, which naturally causes members to feel like walking on eggshells because certain other members have no conflict resolution skills. You can probably guess the age range of the people who make many of these complaints. In theory, it's a good idea.
What were the complaints? Sorry, I was ranting for a while there.
Probably guess the age. This isn't the half of it. Members are encouraged to make complaints at every little thing, which naturally causes members to feel like walking on eggshells because certain other members have no conflict resolution skills. You can probably guess the age.
I had that in my orgs, and I had to fucking fix all the conflicts, all the like every single conflict, and in the end, nobody was thankful. Most of the people are like, okay, sure, and yeah.
Range of the people who make many of these complaints. In theory, it's a good idea. However, in practice, it leads to moderation staff giving out warnings like candy because they completely fail to take both sides in consideration, and they gloss over any such context, which would greatly reduce the number of complaints being taken seriously, and thus would result in the lower workload and stress of moderation staff. I understand the need for moderation staff, don't get me wrong, but it needs to be a line drawn somewhere. People are allowed to put in complaints for personal disagreements, and this, in my opinion, is taking advantage of the system and only leads to discontent, frustration, and bigger arguments down the road. Now here's the bigger thing that motivated me to making this video. One of their management staff recently made a post trying to address rumours, which nearly 5,000 people can see.
You know what? I'm reading the chat and I'm thinking like, what was the actual issue behind this? And I can't do that without like going into psychology of people. Like most of us are 25 and above. Most of us are actually over 30. Some of us are over 40, and then you have like 50 plus people. And we're still gamers. Therefore, I'm not gonna lie, most of us lack certain social skills like confrontation with other people and confronting other people with an actual like argument and winning in that argument, right? So people just like start bashing on each other behind each other's back. 40 here. I can't see the Nibulka. I can't really see the name, but yeah, I'm 35, pushing on 36. So from my experience, like I had a girl get fucking pissed off at me. We were in our org Discord. She was playing Star Citizen with someone, and I wanted to show My other friend, something else in Hell Let Loose. So we joined another channel, and we were there for a while. And I was showing them that, and then she joins, and she's like, "Well, why are you not in the same channel as I am?" And I was like, "Because I don't want to bother you. We're doing something else." And she's like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then she leaves. A couple of days later, I get like a fucking text message this big of like me not appreciating her, basically. And it wasn't that. Like I was just doing something else, right? And when you're a leader of an org and you have to deal with that shit at all times, and it's not that I'm defending Medrunners or this guy or anyone. I'm just saying, as you said, politics, like org politics, and talking and leading an org in a game that's like as broken as this is so fucking hard and almost fucking impossible, unless you're an actual dictator. My dog is having a bad dream. No, she's good. She's good. So, yeah.
Even going so far as naming myself and 7 other members who
What's
left.
up, Brislin? I was not talking about you. You were not in my org ever. You're in my what's it called? Community Discord.
Enough. When the members who'd spend time making suggestions and trying to improve the quality of life within the org. Making false accusations because you're desperate to keep the org alive because more people are leaving each day than joining is pathetic. They're even losing management staff, and yes, those members were included in the statement. This is the most unprofessional organisation I've ever encountered. I never even received an explanation for being kicked, and this was contrary to their apparently professionalism and standards. This is laughable and reminds me of schoolyard politics. There is a reason why so many medical orgs have popped up recently. For your own sanity and happiness, I recommend you stay away from the Medrunners and look for other orgs that will enable you to have fun and enjoy your time playing this fantastic game. Organisations like the Medrunners are a detriment to this game, and I really don't want this game to have a similar reputation to the known toxic games on the market right now. But again, you're free to do what you want. Your life is your own.
Yeah,
no
at least he's not.
Right, telling someone
Dude, you
how
gotta
to
fucking slow down.
Their lives when they're not.
What are you doing?
This is a problem not exclusive to the Medrunners. Many people who run player groups have the power trip mentality, and it seems like because they've had sudden growth or they're just.
Oh yeah, I can completely relate to this. This is why I left my first org that I made with an ex-friend, because he just started fucking power tripping like crazy, and it was so bad towards all of us. It became fucking toxic, and I left, and then a bunch of other people left, etc.
Someone who's toxic in the first place, they can dictate other people's lives. People need to realize we play games to have fun, and we should hold these people to a higher standard. We don't want to be more stressed than when we finish playing the game that day than when we started playing. If someone in that power position is acting unreasonably, we need to hold them to account or just leave that group for another that will enable us to have more fun and make playing the game something we want to come back to.
Okay, that's true.
Anyway, I hope people can keep these points in the back of their minds going into games in the future.
At least he said...
Take it easy.
At least he said that you can trust him or not trust him. Either or, he's fine with that. Let me share the video with you. Honestly, with stuff like this, I would always only trust my own feelings and my own senses, because maybe this guy is just like super sensitive. Maybe he isn't. You never know. I don't know. I never met anyone from Medrunners. I don't think I did, or I have. But yeah. What do you guys think? I don't know.